going on, everybody? So, a lot of people have been asking me about sleep. Why do I need 8 hours of sleep, 10 hours of sleep, when so-and-so needs 5, 6 hours of sleep? Why do some people need less? Why do some people need more? So I'm going to go into details about that. I'm going to talk about what I do, my opinions on sleep. And I'm going to go into some details, give you guys some tips, some real actionable things that you can start doing today if you guys want better sleep, more quality sleep. Guys, if you like these videos, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link down here somewhere for my YouTube channel. All I'm asking is you click on that link, give me some love, just subscribe, and yeah, just help me in that sense. So anyways, so about sleep. The first thing I want to touch on is stop counting the hours of sleep you get, right? I look in sleep cycles, and before I go into that, just like the biggest trend right now that I see, I'm getting targeted on Facebook ads about intermittent fasting. You know, don't eat after this time, but start eating at this time in the morning, right? There's things about going on CoQ10 because it's good for your heart muscles. It's good for women's health. Another huge trend is DHAs. Now you see all the formula going around in the stores that, oh, it has DHA. It's good for your babies. Okay, awesome. So I'm saying this out loud because I truly feel that this is going to be one of the next biggest trends. And it's not really a trend, it's just a disconnect because people are people woke up and they said, wow, fasting really works. It doesn't matter if you look at it in a religious sense or if you look at it in an evolutionary sense. We've disconnected ourselves from who we once were. And the fact is that, fasting really helps. It heals the body, and there's some other great benefits. So in that same sense, I think that people are going to stop looking at the number of hours they get and start looking at the number of cycles of sleep they get, right? We've all heard of REM sleep and non-REM sleep. It's called rapid eye movement, and you can actually see somebody if you're sleeping next to them and their eyes are going to be like their eyelids are jiggling, right? So, breaking this down super quick, I can go into detail later. This is going to be a super simple video. So basically, as we're growing up, we have I think 6 different brain waves, okay? We've got, when we're born with delta waves. They're super, super fast waves, okay? And as we grow older, they start to slow down, okay? So we get alpha, we start with the delta, we're gonna move into the alpha and the theta waves, and then after about 12 or so, our subconscious mind and our conscious mind become one. And they're not separated anymore. And that's when we're going to start hitting really hard in between the 3 different levels of our beta waves. Like I said, I'm not getting nerdy on this video. I will in the future. I'm just laying some foundation for you guys. So when we are in that REM sleep, we are actually interacting with that one type of beta wave. And so me personally, I've gotten down to 6 hours of sleep because my sleep cycles, usually we finish all those waves. Our brain naturally goes through different brain cycles as we sleep and throughout the day. And so, because of that, we're forcing our body to get X number of hours of sleep. That's why when you wake up in the middle of one of those sleep cycles, you're going to feel effing groggy, right? You're going to feel crappy all day. And there's some days where you just feel like you took Tylenol PM. You just can't get with it all day, right? Then there's some other times, don't mind that. Then there's other times where we are wide awake in the middle of the night and we've only gotten a couple hours of sleep, right? And that's because we're waking up right at the end of that REM cycle. So naturally our brains follow a pattern, so we need to start working with our body rather than forcing an effect on the body, right? So as we sleep, we're going to naturally go through those cycles, as I said, and at the very end, usually it's about an hour and a half. Buddy Jeremy, I'm going to tag you on this. My buddy and I over in California, we're having a conversation. He actually had a sleep study done on him, and his are 5 hours, okay? So he gets 5 hours of sleep a night, and guys, he's the most savage digital marketer I know, but that's aside from this video. Just want to mention it, bud. So in any case, he gets 5 hours of sleep, I get 6 hours of sleep, and we go about our day, right? So you can get tested. I've naturally felt this out myself. And I also do take some sleeping supplements. If you guys want some information on those, go ahead and just contact me. I'll let you know what I use and how I use those, aside from what I'm talking about right now. So, hour and a half cycles. So I start looking at sleeping cycles in 1.5 hour increments. So 1.5, 3, 4.5, and 6, right? Right now I'm at 6. I'm going to try to get down to 4.5 hours of sleep, and I'll update you guys and let you know how I feel when I do get down to 4.5 hours of sleep. And you guys might be thinking I'm effing crazy, but think about it. We have that subconscious and our conscious mind. Our subconscious mind is 90% of our thoughts, guys. And some people are probably thinking like, what the hell is he talking about right now? I know it's happened to every single one of us. We're driving on the road, 2 miles goes by, and we think, oh my God, how am I not dead? How am I in between the lines, right? It's crazy. That's because our subconscious mind is 90% of our thoughts, guys. We train our subconscious mind, and once we consciously think about the subconscious, we can tap into that and take control of that. So going back to our sleep, right? 1.5-hour cycles. So the next tip I'm going to give you guys is go to bed at the same time when you're working on this, or wake up at the same time every single day. So, and count backwards. So if I know I'm going to be waking up at, I'm just going to use easy numbers. If I'm waking up at 6 in the morning, that's 4 sleep cycles for me. So that's 6 hours of sleep. I'm going to go to bed by midnight. And for me, you have to include how much time you need to fall asleep. Before I started really getting into health, I was about 40 to 45 minutes. You can already tell my mind races from topic to topic. Even though my body's tired, my mind is not. I've gotten, with my supplements, the other things that I do use to help me fall asleep, down to about 10 or 15 minutes consistently. So I just add that on top of my 6 hours, and boom. When I wake up, it's usually right at the end of a REM cycle, and we know it's at the end of a REM cycle because the REM cycle is when we have the lucid dreams, guys, the ones where it's the clearest visions, and we wake up and we don't remember them, right? But you notice when you wake up in the middle of the night, it's right after a dream. When we wake up, naturally, it's right after a dream. That's the end of the REM cycle. So that's what I want to touch on. So going back to our habits, go to bed or get up at the same time every single morning, and then start counting in sleep cycles. Naturally, it's about 1.5 hours. So if you're not going to go spend the money, get a sleep study, which I never did. I just naturally felt it out. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So those are the biggest points I want to bring forward to you guys. Stop looking in terms of hours. Start looking in terms of cycles. Start, when you wake up, think, did I just have a huge lucid dream? Okay, some people don't dream, but you'll have that mental clarity. You will literally pop up out of bed, and you'll hit the alarm clock. I don't even hardly use the alarm clock anymore. I use it just to aid me, so I know it's time to get up. But I hit it, and boom, I'm off. I'm going, ready. I mean, I have that mental clarity when I wake up, and that's awesome. So I want you guys to tap into this because you feel alive. You need less sleep. You feel more alive. You have more focus throughout the day. Your body heals when you're sleeping, and if you tune into it correctly, you're going to get better healing effects when you sleep. That's when our body heals. That's why when we see cancer patients or people with PTSD and stuff, we're sleeping a lot. Our brain, our body heals when we are asleep. So, wanted to not keep this video too long. Hope that I provided some value for you guys. And as always, protect yourselves, protect yourselves. Let me know what you guys think. Dropping my link down here. You don't have to watch my YouTube videos, but I would really appreciate it if you guys show me some love. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll just keep this content coming for you guys. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. If there's any, I don't think this is a misconception. I think that this is a disconnect from who we once were because, we used to hunt and gather and travel and things like that, and we're not anymore. So because of this just natural lifestyle that we're living now, we don't learn about sleep cycles and stuff like this. We look at hours of sleep because we're on a time clock. So in any case, let's start working naturally with our body. The last thing I want to talk about is, sorry, I got to jump back into it, circadian rhythm. It's one of the stupid things that we thought we had to learn in high school and college, right? But the last thing that I do is I follow the sun. So my times that I go to sleep and wake up, I go with the sun. My niece, she's waking up at 5 o'clock right now. But guess what? That's dawn, like an hour before the sun rises. And that's awesome. That's an awesome sign for me that she has the correct nutrition in her body and she's got the right mental capacity going on in her body and she's growing correctly. Because although it makes my sister upset, her mom, you can't help but appreciate the things that naturally and innocently happen in kids. So I like studying kids and portraying that and implementing that back into my own health. So I follow the sun. That's another big thing. But guys, for you to start, go with the first 2 tips that I gave you. So let me know what you guys think. And as always, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Get some good sleep. And let me know what you guys think. Have a good one.